Okay, muss ich mal reagieren und die Stoppuhr anmachen, denn wir kommen zurück zu einem neuen Part von The Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Ich hatte mal das Spiel neu gestartet, um ein Achievement zu bekommen, um das Starte das Spiel wieder neu Achievement zu bekommen. Hab dann die Zeit nochmal eingegeben. Jetzt kommt das hier. Sekunde mal, warte. Kann ich kurz was sagen, bevor wir loslegen? Ja, was denn? Danke, dass du die Uhrzeit beide Mal eingestellt hast, nachdem du das Spiel gestartet hast. Bitteschön. Mach ich doch gerne. Viele nehmen den Schritt nicht ernst. Sie belassen die Uhrzeit einfach bei 12 und das ist gut. I'm a thorough man. Ich nehme das ernst. Wenn er mir sagt, gib die Uhrzeit ein, dann achte ich auch drauf, die Uhrzeit einzugeben. Wirklich? Ja, okay, ich kann mir echt vorstellen, dass die meisten Leute einfach straight sich durchklicken. Alter, ich liebe dieses Spiel. Sorry, ich muss einfach wieder sagen, ich liebe dieses Spiel. Aber ja, stimmt, ich kann mir echt vorstellen, die meisten Menschen sind echt faul und klicken sofort weiter. Die denken gar nicht daran, die Uhrzeit fachgerecht einzustellen. Aber du machst dir tatsächlich die Mühe, die Uhrzeit einzustellen, das weißt du schätzen. Bitteschön. Ey, mach ich gerne. Mach ich gerne. Alter, dieses Spiel ist so geil, holy shit, ey. Ich hätte nie. Mir war schon klar, dass die Uhrzeit einzustellen schon eine Bedeutung hat, sonst würde es da nicht stehen, weil normalerweise kann jedes Spiel einfach die Systemuhrzeit ablesen. Es ist eigentlich gar nicht nötig, die Uhrzeit einzustellen, weil das Spiel weiß zu jeder Zeit die Uhrzeit aus deinem System. Deswegen kann man die meisten Spiele auch ein bisschen verarschen, denn wenn man zum Beispiel seine Systemuhrzeit oder selbst sein Systemdatum umstellt, kann man damit dem Spiel suggerieren, dass man ja zu dieser Zeit halt woanders ist. Das funktioniert zum Beispiel auch bei Pokémon, wenn man beim DS zum Beispiel konnte man die Zeit immer nach vorne stellen, damit den Tag immer darauf einstellen, dass du den richtigen Rematches hattest mit den Trainern, zum Beispiel bei Hardcore und Soul Silver oder für die Eier. Nee, nicht Eier, Eier war mit Laufen, aber zumindest da. Oder halt zum Beispiel, es gibt auch ein Achievement bei Stanley Parable, spielen irgendwie 5 oder 10 Jahre lang Stanley Parable nicht. Und da kannst du einfach das einmal starten, dann ausmachen, die Systemuhrzeit 5 Jahre in die Zukunft stellen und dann das Spiel wieder starten, dann kriegst du das Achievement easy peasy. Aber ja, ich finde super, dass jemand das ins Spiel einbaut. So, Dankeschön, dass du die Mühe machst, obwohl es komplett unnötig ist eigentlich. So weiß ich, dass dir diese Erfahrung wichtig ist. Du bist aufmerksam. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Jetzt werde ich schon langsam rot. Das ist zu viel. Ich stelle doch nur eine Uhrzeit ein. Ich kann gar nicht wissen, ob die von dir eingestellten Uhrzeiten korrekt sind. Eigentlich kannst du es. Eigentlich kannst du es. Pass auf, ich habe einen Vorschlag für dich. Alter, dieses Spiel. Da du so kooperativ warst, kannst du bei deiner nächsten Spielzeit, wenn du diesen Bildschirm siehst, einfach deine Lieblingszeit einstellen. Meine Lieblingszeit? Was ist denn meine Lieblingszeit? Habe ich überhaupt so etwas wie eine Lieblingszeit? Ich glaube jetzt nicht wirklich, aber ich werde es machen. Ich werde es machen. Mach nur. Nimm einfach die Uhrzeit, die du willst. Selbst wenn es nicht die richtige Zeit ist. Du hast es dir verdient. Oh, Dankeschön. Alles klar, ich lasse dich jetzt mal weiterspielen. Alter, ich feiere dieses Spiel so hart. Das ist so geil, ey. Es ist so, oh Mann. Das ist aber fantastisch. So, oh Mann, oh Mann. Okay, ich werde jetzt nicht so meine Lieblingsuhrzeit einstellen, versprochen. Ich muss mir aber erstmal eine Lieblingsuhrzeit einstellen, ausdenken. Wahrscheinlich einfach 7 Uhr, ne 77 geht ja nicht, aber 7 Uhr, 7 Uhr 7 oder so, keine Ahnung, ich mag die Zahl 7, von daher werde ich wahrscheinlich eine Uhrzeit mit 7 nehmen. Gut, ja, willkommen zum,
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
ja gut, das können wir jetzt überspringen. Hey, willkommen zurück und da ist das Achievement. Das wollte ich mir halt nur mal kurz holen, das Achievement. Und dann, und dann kommt so etwas. Ey, finde ich auch schon genial, muss ich sagen. Aber hier, die Sache ist, es gab ja auch ein Ending, konnte man nicht hier irgendwo eine Konsole launchen oder sowas? Und dann gab es eins irgendwie dass man gecheatet hat oder so. Ich weiß halt nicht, wie das nochmal geht. Wahrscheinlich kann ich das hier nachschauen oder so. Nein, spielt FIFA. Wo ging das nochmal? Ne, das sind Errungenschaften, nicht ich. Ich lese mir die Sachen nicht durch, müsst ihr auch nicht machen. So erhalten sie... Nee, alle Geizanzeigen. How to walk. Schön. Walkthroughs. Und deutsche Sprache. How to walk. Finde ich aber gut, ne? Flowchart. Ich schaue das mal kurz, nach. Ich nehme mir mal kurz die Zeit. Ich hoffe, ihr könnt mir das verzeihen. Oh, the series ending is the only ending not accessible in Ultra Deluxe, possible due to its console release and ironically the game's lack of a console to allow the player to enter SV_cheats 1 in the PC version. The fact that the game isn't running in source means the command wouldn't exist anyway. However, the series room itself is present. It's also shown in a picture. Okay. Ja, gut, dann können wir das gar nicht erreichen. Gut zu wissen. Nice. Kann ich irgendwas machen? 4 to 7. Hier haben wir unsere Pencils. Na gut, dann gehe ich mal los. Ich habe uns hier genug warten lassen. So, können wir hier die Tür zumachen? Ja, das stimmt. Können wir sie wieder aufmachen? Nein, können wir nicht. Geil.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Ich mache mal alle Computer aus, ne? Ein bisschen Strom sparen ist ja auch wichtig. Ein bisschen Strom sparen muss sein. New Content. Das klingt schon ein bisschen verlockend, muss ich zugeben. New Content? Soll ich schon in die New Content gehen oder... Ich werfe wieder eine Münze. Weil eigentlich macht es doch erst Sinn, wenn wir die alten Endings erstmal alle machen. Ach, komm, ich werfe eine Münze. Überlassen wir es dem Zufall. Ja, ui. Kopf ist ja, Zahl ist nein. Zahl ist nein, gut. Dann ignorieren wir erstmal den New Content. Lalala, fuck New Content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Heaven and hell, what you gonna do when we coming for you. Komm, machen wir erstmal die ganzen Sachen auf der linken Seite. Was wir da alles so machen können. Gehen wir das mal ein bisschen so rigoros durch. Das Intention? Geil. Wow.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. So, wollen wir diesmal nach
Coming to a
unten gehen?
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ja, komm. Nehmen wir erstmal das Ende mit. Dann gehen wir mal alle Stück für Stück durch. So. Dann gehen wir mal hier rein. So.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Ja, was soll das?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Ja, dieses Ende ist auch immer, würde ich jetzt mal behaupten, sehr, sehr besonders. Wäre jetzt meine Einschätzung. Von daher machen wir einfach mal weiter. Aber ja, für die, die es nicht kennen, ihr könnt gerne mal das...
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ja,
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Das Serious Ending nachschauen. Das ist halt, wenn man... Damals ist das Ding, war ja eigentlich, wie ich ja mal erzählt hatte... Oh, Waiting Input ist wieder da. Los. Geil. Die Sache ist ja, dass... New können, wie gesagt, ignorieren wir erstmal.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Wenn
doors,
man dann,
he
dass
entered
es
the
ja
door on
eine
his
Half-Life
left.
2 Mod war, konnte man da auch noch auf die Konsole zugreifen. Und da war
Yet
es
there was
dann
not
halt
a
so,
single
dass,
person here either.
ja.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Genau, dass man halt da genau versuchen konnte, halt Cheats zu machen und so pipapo. Deswegen war das halt schon lustig. Ich glaube, diese Tür ging definitiv nicht auf einer normalen Version. Definitiv nicht. So. Klick, 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 klick. Klick, 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 klick. Klick, 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 klick. Klick. Klick, 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 klick. Ne? Klick, 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 klick. Click.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Heilige Mama mir. So, dann gehen wir da runter. Haben wir wieder die Entscheidung, wir können theoretisch jetzt das runtergehen bis ganz zum
deeper
Ende
into the
und da
building,
die
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never
ein bisschen
occurred to him?
Variation zu machen.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Pom, pom. So.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ja, wir können erstmal dahin gehen. Machen wir erstmal das.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway,
Yes,
when it
very
came
good.
time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go.
Yay.
New content.
New content.
You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
Auf
Isn't
jeden
that what
Fall.
you crave? New content?
Ja.
Always more content, more content, more
content.
more.
Woo, hype.
And I'm here to give it to you.
Guys,
I'm
thank
here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this
Geil.
section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's
Okay.
a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Yay. Yeah.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Did it. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams.
Oh yeah.
The railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Yeah.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Yes.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Yeah.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job. Fucking did it. Yeah, boy. Nice. Oh, schön. Geil. Geil. Ja, Leute, neuer Content. It's not a bug. It's a feature. So funktioniert das in der Videospielindustrie. Ach, fantastisch. Fantastisch.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Fantastisch.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh, God.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Ja, nice. Ich bin begeistert. Activate Input. Activate. Komm. Do it. Hallo. Hallo. Kannst du ein mieses Stück Scheiße dich aktivieren? Mo. Jetzt mach's mal. Ah, na geht doch. Meine Güte. Also, es war vorher doch hier, oder? 419, dann 423. Okay. Ich lasse mich, wie gesagt, noch in Ruhe. Aber
When
jetzt,
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
jetzt
doors,
gehen wir mal
he
und
entered
machen
the door on his left.
ich meine, das Mind Control Facility Ending anmachen, ja.
Yet
Keine
there was
Ahnung,
not
was
a
da kommt.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Boss's
office. Coming
office.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office. Boss's office. Yeah, yeah. Boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's
Yeah,
office, Stanley was
boss's
once again
office.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Noch ein bisschen New Age Musik gönnen, ne? New Age Outlaws, wer kennt das? Lol.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Ba, 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 ba. La 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 la. Guti, weiter geht's. Let's fucking go, you fucking cunts. Na, na, na.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind Control Facility. Tai. Oh yeah. What's... Ja, warte. I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah. I say, hey.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Da war doch noch irgendwas. Ich kann mich hier konnte man noch irgendwas drücken oder so.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Kann ich hier nichts machen? Da war doch, na egal. Kann man das nicht irgendwie fake? Ah, seht ihr? Haha. Ich wusste doch, da war noch etwas. I knew it. Zwar kann man hier noch was machen. Hier gab es noch so einen kleinen Easter Egg, das wusste ich nicht. So. Yay! Secrets! Secret of the gate, secret room to open. Secret of the year, every year. Never got bored with this secret. Secrets. Secrets all the way. Yeah, Disco Secrets. Faithfully for the secrets 2022. Never give up on your dreams. Oh my god, ich stehe im Text drin. Yeah! Woo! Oh yeah! Geht das jetzt für immer? Oh Scheiße, nein!
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome!
Idiot.
You see,
Wir
back
sehen
when
uns
the Stanley
zum
Parable
nächsten
first
Part.
launched in 2013,